Yes, must be Saturday. We got a milestone. The Paradigm Shift episode 20. You dig? With my co-pilot, the Articulate Alligator, Big Bad Dave Meltzer, and a brand new special guest here, which I couldn't be more excited about. Brain on, popcorn ready, crutches in the background. Let's do this. Yup, everybody's out today. Lori, Rachie, Alexandra, Jesse. What's up, Ricky? We're gonna get you on in a couple minutes. Big Dave. I see you, pal. Yup. You spiritual starfish, you. Yup. Katie, what's up, girl? Lori and Miguel, bring it on. Coffee ready. Woo! Everyone's going nuts. Yeah!
What's going on, man? We're rocking and rolling.
I'm obsessed with you.
Working on the weekends, baby. There's activity you get paid for. Empowering all these kids, buddy. Awesome.
Dave, this is a lifestyle for us. Oh, that's so cool. Is that pyrotechnics?
Yeah, I got the pyrotechnics on the CLS experience.
Tell everyone where you are right now.
I am here at the incredible OSP conference. It's their 10th anniversary, and they got incredible people like Badu. They have Murray, heavyweight champion kickboxer, and Mike Tyson, if you ever heard of him. So we all are keynoting here, and it's a beautiful Saturday here in Chicago.
I saw you were at the baseball game yesterday with Chris Gardner, and it looked really cool. Okay, you guys are having so much fun.
Yeah, man. Chris Gardner has probably the nicest penthouse I've ever seen in the towers here in Chicago, and I learned so many lessons from Chris. He's one of my greatest mentors, and if you're not reading his books, if you're not following Chris Gardner, it's The Pursuit of Happiness. But like I told you, man, I gave him crap. I said there is no pursuit of happiness. Happiness is the pursuit.
That's right. And this is a milestone for us, Big Dave. It's episode 20.
Whoa, the 20. There we go. Next episode is one of my favorite. It's the Clemente episode, 21. Boom.
Are you going to be in New York tomorrow?
Yeah, tonight. No, I'm going to be in New York tonight. Are you going to come to my meetup tomorrow?
I'd like to. I had these guys right behind me, the crutches.
Those don't stop Craig Siegel.
No, they don't. How long you in town?
Till Monday night.
I'll come see you.
Yes, you will. And everybody else can. I'm doing a meetup. Everybody come join me in New York City at 4 o'clock down in the East Village at the, believe it's like on Pine, and it's right in the East Village, right off Pine. And so I'll give everybody the location. Look it up on my IG.
Done. Let's get started. I'm going to ask you one question, and we're going to bring on our awesome guest, Ricky. You ready to rock?
I'm ready to roll and rock. Let's make it happen.
Talk about the significance and the importance of this word, discipline.
It's everything. See, the biggest conduit to the ego is the lack of discipline. See, when you're disciplined, it allows you to enjoy the consistent, persistent pursuit of your potential. If you don't have discipline, it doesn't matter what great ideas you have, what great mindset you have. If you're not disciplined, you can't implement them. Discipline is the implementer. Discipline is the conscious continuum catalyst. You have to use discipline in order to effectuate acceleration, growth, aggregation, and compound interest in your life. Discipline is everything from taking possibilities of an inspired imagination to the perspective of reality. Discipline allows you to have strategy. It allows you to have awareness. Discipline is the key to continuing from the conscious to the subconscious to the unconscious mind. You must be disciplined. You should have a discipline machine. That's the number one habit that I have, is a habit machine, a discipline machine. It is the key to execution.
Can you be any more on fire?
I'm ready to rock and roll here at the OSP.
One last quick one before I bring Ricky on, because someone in the CLS universe needs to hear this, and they know who they are. The significance of firing the people that bleed us.
Yeah, so there's a great chain of feeding, and you want to feed the people that feed us, let the people that don't fall away, and those people that bleed you, you have to fire. 80% of your focus and time is spent on people that bleed you, whether it's corporate or personal. People spend way too much time on people that bleed you. They're chasing people that bleed you. They're feeding people that bleed you. You need to feed people that feed you, let the other people fall away, and then fire the people that bleed you from your life.
That's it. Juggernaut Jay, you heard that straight from the Articulate Alligator's mouth. We're going to bring on our guest right now. Let's get weird. Ricky.
Unless they want me to.
Where's Bakey Bakey?
Jakey Bakey.
What's up, Greg?
What's up, buddy? Woo! What's your business model?
What's your business model? What is
To the
it?
moon. Good to see you, brother.
To the
Are you going to
moon.
be in New
See you
York?
less. Episode 20.
That's it. Are you
No,
going to be in New
it
York?
he's going home to Beverly Hills where all the rich people are.
Okay. Ricky, if you're on here, brother, I invited you in.
What's up, Ricky? You know, show us? Let's get another question. Oh,
There
he
he
is.
is.
Brick by brick. One of my first mentees, Ricky the Incredible. What's going on?
What's up, guys? Happy Saturday. Thanks for having me.
Ricky, I'm such a fan of yours. I know this is the first time you and I are connecting, but of course I did some homework. I absolutely love what you have going on. Your energy is awesome. I have a feeling this is just the beginning of our relationship. Dave, for the audience that might not be familiar with Ricky, give this man the intro he deserves.
Well, number one, he's the king of gratitude. He carries an attitude of gratitude. He is a speaker, an entrepreneur, the author. He is a dear friend. And like I said, he's one of the first mentees that I had. And he's one of the great success stories. When I talk about elevating others to elevate myself, when I talk about empowering others to empower others, when I talk about the purpose and the mission in my life, I'm talking about Ricky Mendez. What's going on, my brother?
What's up, buddy? I miss you. I love you. Craig, thank you so much, man. And absolutely, I'm looking to do more of this and looking forward to meeting you and hanging out.
Yeah, when I spoke to Dave about this week, it was a milestone. It's the 20th episode of the Paradigm Shift, and we wanted someone special on to one of us. So Dave thought of you right away. I'm going to dive right in. You ready to rock?
I'm honored. I'm honored, and thank you. Yeah, let's do it.
One of the coolest things that I saw that you speak about, which is so important for the audience, because I think it's a big misconception, is the fact that you say that knowledge is potential power, not necessarily power. I think that's key. Tell us what you mean by that.
Yeah, I think the greatest example for that for me is everybody knows what to do to lose weight and be in shape. But then why are we as a country so obese? You know, it's something we know what to do. And I think that's the same with everything. We know how to calm down. We know how to be grateful. But then do we actually implement and do the things that we know we should do? And it goes right to your word this morning is discipline, doing what we know we should do, even though we don't want to. So I think when we have that knowledge, everybody's got the knowledge. Knowledge is the easy part. But then the investing in ourselves, the mentorship, the holding accountable and telling us what we need to hear, not what we want to hear, which Dave is so good at. I think that's a huge part of it because we know what to do, but then we actually do it through the help of mentorship, friends, and people who care. Now we can really access that power, I feel.
Ooh, Ricky's coming in hot, Big Dave.
He is, man. The one thing I want to add to my man is forgiveness, because one of the evolutions in the role of gratitude, accountability, and inspiration in knowledge itself in the pursuit of your potential is forgiveness. Because if you are pursuing your potential with the knowledge that you have, the what, the who, the how, the now, and applying the why, you're going to need to forgive yourself because you're going to make a ton of mistakes. You're going to get off at the wrong exit. You're going to have a lot of flat tires, setbacks. You're going to have failures. You're going to have struggles. You're going to have pain. But they are not stop signs, as my man Ricky and my man Craig know. A turn signal, that's what that tumor is, a turn signal for my man Craig Siegel. A turn signal to something better, a better position, or a better situation. It is allowing him to learn a lesson and find some light and love in everything that he does. So we need to make sure that we forgive ourselves so that we can continue to accelerate, grow, and expand on everything we do know.
It's almost like you know exactly what needs to be said when you hear it. Why I love you so much.
You got it, brother. They kicked me off the stage. We're starting the event.
I want to ask Ricky one more question, and then I'm sure, Dave, you have one for him as well. Ricky, something really cool that I saw that you speak about, I've never heard it articulated like this, is attacking procrastination. And I'm curious as to what exactly you mean by that. I'd love to learn as well.
Yeah, I love how Dave says it's the forgiveness. It's a skill set, right? It's practice, too. Like, I have practiced that because we're so hard on ourselves. And the same thing with attacking procrastination. I'm just like everybody else. I'm going to have setbacks. You're going to have setbacks. Dave's going to have setbacks. But that forgiveness journey is really that we can go on. And just like Dave says, staying in the pursuit of our potential is everything, and celebrating the little victories when we have those setbacks, but then continue on that path. So that's what I mean by attacking procrastination. It's not being perfect and never having setbacks. It's having the setbacks and saying, hey, I got this. I have resources. I have people that love me. if I don't, I'll find people that love me, that people that believe me, because sometimes it only takes one person. Give myself a little pat on the back and then keep going. So it's not about being perfect. It's really about just keeping in that persistent pursuit. When I met Dave, I gave him my favorite book. I think it's the greatest book on persistence ever told, and it's Green Eggs, Dr. Seuss's Green Eggs and Ham, because he just keeps going and keeps asking.
Ooh, you guys are on fire today. What are you smiling at, Dave?
I'm smiling at the man understands the 25 no rule. Green Eggs and Ham is the exact example of utilizing very few words in order to implement the 25 no rules. You see, in Green Eggs and Ham, every time he hears no, he's that much closer to the answer. And my favorite book that I gave back to Ricky is The Monster at the End of the Book by Sesame Street, where Grover starts off and somebody tells him there's a monster at the end of the book, and he keeps trying to lock down the pages and staple the pages and hammer the pages and cement the pages. And every time he turns, he pleads with you, stop turning the page. There's a monster at the end of the book. And when you finally get to the last page, it's just lovable, cuddly Grover. He's the monster. You're the monster at the end of your book. And so all of you people out there, use gratitude, accountability, forgiveness, and inspiration. Realize that you're the monster at the end of your book and get out of your own way. Get out of your own way. Enjoy the consistent, persistent pursuit of your potential with the discipline that Craig Siegel's talking about and with the kindness that Ricky explains and explores himself. So please, everyone, you are the monster at the end of the book, and keep on moving on. Don't take no and don't take yes for an answer either.
Dave, quick, one of my clients on here asked you, what is the 25 rule?
25 no rule says this. Imagine on your first no that it's going to take you 25 no's to get to what you want. Every no gets you closer to what you want, not farther away. So get excited about the no's, find the light, the love, and the lesson in the no's, and it won't even take you 25 no's to get there. My boy, Jack Canfield, I was blessed to write a book called Unstoppable, Creating the Light You Love. I was blessed to introduce Ricky Mendez to Jack Canfield as well. He had just alone on the greatest book, best-selling book of all times, Chicken Soup for the Soul, 120 no's. Basically, 120 people said, your book sucks, and yet it sold over 500 million books. What if he would have listened to the first no, and that book never would have been written? We would have no Chicken Soup for the Soul.
Ooh. Dave, I want to talk to you.
Oh, no, I can't hear you. Say again?
How on fire are you going to be today?
Oh, this is a warm-up, buddy. I'm going to rock it and roll it. You cannot stop me today. These people are going to get all that they paid for. This is going to be incredible. A lot of young talent here, and I'm ready to get it going. Look, what inspires me most are people like you, because I've been doing this for so long, and my greatest success is the Craig Siegels and the Ricky Mendez of the world. That's my greatest success, because, you know, it's not what I say, it's what they hear. And then beyond what they hear, can they implement and execute on what they hear? And these two young gentlemen here, you guys make me so proud. You get me up early in the morning and say, you know, that's why I'm here, because it works. And I now have planted seeds that are in trees that are going to drop their own seeds, empowering others to empower others to be happy.
We're all rooting for you, Dave. We know you're going to absolutely crush it today. You're going to embarrass Iron Mike Tyson and hold your jock with a brain. I can't wait to on tomorrow. I want to be your time at 30 event. Ricky, can you hang out for one more question?
Yeah, absolutely.
You got
Love
it.
you,
All right,
Dave.
guys, I'm going to go
Thank
speak.
you.
Take care. I love
Dave,
you, Ricky. I love you, Craig. Take care, boys.
Bye,
Bye-bye.
Dave. What's up, BK? I see you in there. Ricky, I'm so excited that you and I connected today. I think there's a lot of similarities, a lot of synergy. I'm excited to build a relationship. I wanted to ask you another thing that I said you talk about that I love. I love the way you articulate some of these points. What's up, Henny and Dan? Talk about if you don't choose your goals, they're going to choose you. And I think that's so powerful. I think the audience needs to hear that right now.
Yeah, man. And same. Thank you. And I also want to just get this in. Your foot is an inspiration, man. So the perspective on that is extremely powerful. And like, thank you for that.
Thank you.
Yeah. So if people don't, I think a lot of times, I think one of the greatest pandemics ever known is the comfort zone, is not taking risk. And I think when people really look at it and they say, well, you know, I got my goals up here, they don't really have them. I'd rather have somebody tell me they don't have goals rather than the bullshit of saying, oh, I got them, they're here. And it's really, I look at it as a three-part process: having them, writing them, and using them. I think people miss the using them part. And if we don't do that, I personally believe if we are not doing that, we will just, the goals will choose us, because we're just settling for what we have, because we're not actively, intentionally putting power behind that. So I think a lot of times one of the most minimalistic mindset is, well, I just want enough to be comfortable. Well, BS. I don't want enough to be comfortable. I want a life that's more than enough. I'm not afraid to say it. I want to make a ton of money to help a ton of people and have a lot of fun, as Dave says. So I think if we don't put a lot of intention behind it, they're choosing us in terms of mediocrity. And I think that's a scary place to be. It's far scarier than any pandemic that the world has ever seen. I think is the comfort zone, is fear, is negativity, procrastination. Those are the real viruses, in my opinion.
Ooh, that's deep, and I absolutely love it. It's so true. Like, you have to be so intentional with where you want to go, and then after that, you can kind of allow the universe to do its thing, like The Secret and stuff like that. But you have to start by having you can't hit a target that you can't see. And sure, like, so many people, even like that I coach in the beginning, they want to do all these big grand things. I go, okay, but how?
Right.
And like, I'm not really sure. Or they start putting out content, building a brand, and then when they're not feeling it, they stop showing up and they lose their momentum. Can't do that.
Yeah, and I think that's one of the things where we're like, oh, well, it's not that big of a deal. And it's amazing how much time and energy we will put to things that don't serve us: bitching, complaining, comparison that doesn't inspire us, all those things. But the life that we want to create, a life that's more than enough, we don't spend enough time really developing that, maybe because it's a lack of belief. And that's where, in my opinion, it's like, man, let's start putting some intention and power behind the things that we really will drive us and fulfill us and help other people.
You're on fire, buddy. How did you meet Dave initially?
Yeah, man. Oh, dude, it's so funny. So the first conference I ever like really invested myself, I think it was like 35 or 4,500 bucks. And there was a ton of speakers, 3-day event. And I didn't even know where I was going. The person that invited me, he was just making a lot more money than I was at the time. And he was doing bigger things, quite frankly. And I was like, I don't know why I'm going to this, but I'm going because the people that are going are doing bigger things than I am, having a bigger impact. Dave was there. I met him after. I was like, you're my guy. Can I go to your office and just interview you? So I went to his office. I asked him what his favorite word is. He said gratitude. I literally handed him a gratitude poem. I asked him what favorite author he was. One of them was Dr. Seuss. I handed him Green Eggs and Ham. And I asked if I could interview him. I interviewed him for 45 minutes. I still have it on my phone that I listen to in the steam room or sauna. And that's where I was just like, I don't know what this relationship's going to be, but I'm going to learn from you in my life. That's kind of how it started. I was like, basically, can I pay you to coach me?
Yeah, that's so special. And also for me too, like, people always ask me, like, who are my mentors, this, that, and the other thing. And the truth of the matter is, I use the world as a playground, and I'm very deliberate with like actually working with a specific human being, because you just don't know who has the intentions, this, that, and the other thing. But Dave is the one cat that I also gravitated towards. So that gives us commonality, and I'm grateful that he connected us today to this too.
I mean, the guy's like about to go on stage and he's spending time with us. He's so like, that's incredible to me. Like, he's in Chicago, he's doing an event, he's about to start, and he's spending a lot of quality time with us. Like, that's unbelievable to me. So it's up to us to really pay that forward, I feel.
Where are you located, Rick?
Los Angeles. It's early.
Oh, you're right?
Yeah.
I was just out there because I was on Dave's new show, Office Hours. I'll be out there probably more often. We should definitely connect.
Yeah, man. Let me know. I'm in Marina Del Rey. I live at the beach. It's not too far from Dave. It's only like maybe 45 minutes, but I go down there all the time. That'd be awesome.
Awesome. What do you got going on this weekend? Anything good?
Just chilling. We opened up a few different. I think today is the greatest time to be alive, and because of COVID, we opened up a few new streams of income, and they're starting to scale pretty big. So really, just chilling. I'll probably be at the beach a little bit, but yeah, it's been fun.
I love it. We'll leave the audience with one final gem. You said something like this: in the right mindset, and I'm all about the mindset, so this one hit home. In the right mindset, you have an avalanche of awesomeness. Tell us what you mean by that.
Yeah, man. I mean, if your mind is conditioned, if you practice it every day, you will see the world through a different lens. And I think gratitude is just the master emotion, not from just positive thinking, but from literally shifting perspective to see everything to that seed of equivalent benefit, or the positive side, or the silver lining, whatever hell label we want to give it. But there's almost, I'll give you one little hack that I use. When I'm going through a shitstorm, or when something's not good, as we all go through, if you know Viktor Frankl, you probably do, but he was in a death camp, and his mother, his father, and his wife were burned alive. And that dude wrote a book called Man's Search for Meaning. I mean, this is like real life stuff, right? He wrote a book that he credits that book to getting him out of Auschwitz, the most unfathomable, unthinkable thing in human history, undeniably. So when I go through a shitstorm, I just ask myself, is this a Viktor Frankl problem? And it slaps me across the face, stops my bitching and complaining in its tracks. Now I can go and deal with my problems in a much more productive manner because I have perspective. Now I'm looking at it through a different lens. A whole world of opportunity opens up. A whole world of potential opens up. A whole world of possibility and all these things that I wouldn't have been there had I not changed that perspective. And it's like a skill set like anything else. So that's what I mean, man. When our minds are right, everything opens up. And it's not going to be all rainbows and ice cream. We're going to have those setbacks, but then it's up to us to get back on track. And
Yeah.
Exactly. That's why I'm like, man, I got a lot of respect for that, dude. A lot of respect. And it's super powerful.
Thank you, brother. I love that book. I love what you're spinning right now is absolute gold for the audience listening. And to sum up what you just said in one word, and it's something I'm all about, perspective.
Yeah.
Two people could look at the same incident. One can just see negativity, and one looks at it, and all of a sudden they see opportunity, gratitude, and stuff like that. I absolutely love that you touch upon that. I know my audience is going to be obsessed with you in 2 seconds. Where can they support? Where can they hang out with you? Where do you hang out the most?
Instagram, always. Ricky Mendez Speaks. I have a little gratitude poem. If you go to gratitudepoem.com, Dave gave me a testimonial on that. But yeah, just Instagram. YouTube is Ricky Mendez. Anything, Google Ricky Mendez, it'll come up.
I love it. I saw that your Instagram was private, so you're going to have a lot of requests after this.
Yeah, yeah. I have a team helping me with some different things, and they go back from public to private. So I'm like, hey, you guys are the experts. I'm just going to leave it to you.
Understood. Man to man, I respect the hell out of you, brother. I'm so happy that you and I are connected. It's no secret. This is just the beginning of our relationship. I'm excited to co-create some more magic with you. Also, as a fan, continue to watch you fly, and we'll connect soon. Have an unbelievable weekend, Ricky.
Awesome, man. You too, man. I'm looking forward to it, and thanks a lot.
My pleasure, brother. Take care.
Bye.
This is unbelievable. The Paradigm Shift episode 20 doesn't get better than that. What a milestone. This show was a concept. I had a lot of the sales community pound Dave, so we want more regular programming at you. And now, I don't know if I'm supposed to say this, but there's big interest from major networks to pick this up as a show, just like we predicted. B. Kizzle, love you so much, brother. See you, Lori, Joannica, Rachie, Jesse. That question earlier in the conversation may or may not have been for you. I love you all so much from the bottom of my heart. I'll leave you guys with this today. Perception and what you perceive to be possible for yourself. You can only get as far as you perceive you're capable of going. What's up, Henny? Katie, you know how much I love you. You can only go as far as you perceive that you can go. If you see a limitation or if you have a constraint on where you can go, you can never get past that part. It's like a sports car with a governor. You can't go past that certain speed. But if you raise that or even demolish it and you perceive greatness for yourself with no limits, with intention, like Ricky said, then there's literally nothing that you can't accomplish. And repeat that. There is nothing that you can't do if you believe you are worthy, you're confident, and you have a strategy. It's been a challenging week this week. Obviously, as you guys know, I had a tumor surgical removed from my foot. My family dog passed away, but I'm excited today. I'm going to spend some time with my family, my little nephew, Sky Guy. Do I dare say the world's cutest human being? My brother, Mark, his wife, my mom, and my dad. I love them more than life itself. So, Jesse, hope you're having a good day today in the Hamptons. Can't wait to see you back. We're going to see the Articulate Alligator, Big Bad Dave Meltzer tomorrow in Manhattan. I'm going to crutch my way over there. BK, I love you so much, buddy. Seeing you there puts a smile on my face. Dan Stowell, the Prince. Love you, buddy. Alexandra, Jesse, my badass Empire Building Queens, and McGowan. Love you so much. It's weird. Rachie, I love you all. Dave Sansel, love you, brother. Love you so much with all my heart. All right, guys, so attack fulfillment this weekend. Attack procrastination, like Ricky said. and expand what you perceive to be worthy for yourself. What's up, Bridget? I love you, Bridge. What you perceive to be possible for you guys is limitless, but that's your choice. You have to believe that. I love you guys so much from the bottom of my heart. Have an unbelievable weekend. Kick some ass.